of players they have today are going to excite these kids. Now, later on, as you guys are all looking at your favorite players and the size of these guys, you guys are going to realize that someday you're going to have the same opportunity, but you got to do the right things. We're going to be talking about those right things. Real quick, do we have any 49er fans in the house? What about those Miami Dolphins? Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Joe, I was at the brunch earlier with all the players, there's over 70 of them, and they got fed really, really well. Except I saw Brian Cox going back 4 or 5 times this morning.
Yeah, Brian, he's worked up a little bit of an appetite. Kara, I was going to ask you because people are always asking me, do football players eat a lot of food?
Joe Rose is a football player, and yes, he eats a lot of food. And I see my man coming.
Here comes number 51 for the Miami Dolphins, Brian. I'm working on that 5-iron, Brian Cox.
And coming right behind him is one of the best-looking dudes in the NFL, Warren Moon, quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings. Here comes Warren.
You know, a lot of people forget the Warren Moon at one time was a Washington Husky, part of the greatest college conference around, part of the Pac-8 and now the Pac-10. Hey Warren, how you doing?
Okay, we're going to turn it over to Warren and Brian, and you guys listen carefully because these guys are full of wisdom, and they're here to tell you about it. We'll give it to you first, Warren.
How's everybody doing? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Who? Yeah, that's who I picked too. Hey, can I get everybody to have a seat? I'm not going to take a lot of your time, but there's just a few things I'd like to share with you. Can I get everybody to quiet down? I'm not a loud talker, so I need you guys to be quiet. Just listen to what I have to say for a couple of minutes, and hopefully it'll be something that you can take home with you as a little advice for the future. All these guys over here that are going to be out here on the field with you today, showing you some skills, giving you autographs and advice, are guys that have all started from where you are right now. We all had goals and dreams when we were young, of things we wanted to do and things we wanted to become when we got older. But we all had to work hard to get to where we are right now. And all those guys over here are very successful because they were willing to work hard at a very young age. They were willing to stay away from trouble and violence and things that they knew were wrong. And they were also willing to get their education so they could further their educational careers as well as their athletic careers. And the only way to do that is to have people in your lives that care about you and support you, like your parents, like your teachers, like your coaches, and like these chaperones that are with you today. These are the type of people who you should listen to as you grow up in life, because these are the people that really do care about you and want you to be successful. And that's one of the reasons all these NFL players are out here today. The National Football League has made it possible for you guys to be a part of the Super Bowl because we care about young people. And we care about young people because we know that if you give young people some encouragement and some advice and some wisdom, that someday you guys can all be successful just like all these guys out here. Now, everybody can't be a National League football player. Everybody doesn't have that kind of ability. But I think everybody has some type of ability, and it's a God-given ability, and it is up to you to find out exactly what that ability is. I found out at a very early age that I was very gifted in athletics, and I took that and I developed it into becoming a National Football League player. Well, you guys have some type of ability also. Some of you will be professional athletes, but some of you will also be doctors. Some of you also will be lawyers, politicians, businessmen, or whatever. But in order to do any of those things in life, you have to be willing to work hard. you have to be willing to sacrifice, and you have to be willing to stay away from trouble and drugs and things like that that you know that are wrong. And more than anything else, you have to get your education. School is very important, and you're in an age right now where you can do anything in life that you want to do, but you have to be educated in order to do it. So the greatest advice I can leave you with today is not to strive to be a professional football player, not to strive to be a basketball player. Strive to be the best student you could possibly be in school. And if you get yourself educated, the door is wide open to whatever you want to do in life. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this day. I hope you enjoy the players that you're going to meet today. Take advantage of the opportunities that you get today with these guys, because they've all been where you're going. They all have good advice for you, and they're all successful. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, cooperate with what's going on, and good luck to all of you. Thank you very much. What's up? Well, just to reiterate a little bit about what Warren has said, is that this is very important for us as well as for you all, because it gives us an opportunity to be a part of this Super Bowl weekend and to come out and share what we think are some skills that we've learned that can help you all, not only in athletics, but in everyday life. It's important because these guys have taken time out of their busy schedules to come and do this. Thanks to Nat Moore and his crew for putting this thing together. I just want to talk a little bit about the success that we've had as players. It all started being about the age that you all are now, by listening and being able to work with adults that really cared about me and these guys as well as kids. So it all works hand in hand. We weren't fortunate enough to be in the Super Bowl, but all these guys really feel like they want to be a part of this weekend and share what they've learned with you all. And I'm not going to spend all this time up here talking. I want to get you all down on the field so we can have a little fun and get to work and enjoy the week. So thanks a lot for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Brian. I'm going to turn it over to Kerry Ross. We're going to go ahead and line the players up over here, and then we'll let you know exactly which superstars the National Football League are here. We'll get the clinic started. Go ahead, Kerry.
We've got some great players here today for you guys. You got to give a rousing welcome for all of them. We're going to introduce them individually, and you cheer for your favorite player, favorite team, whatever you want to do. Just make them feel welcome, because they're giving their time for each one of you here. And you know what I think is the best thing about this is I see some girls up in the audience. Yay! Yay, females! We've come a long way, haven't we? Okay, here are the players. Representing the Atlanta Falcons, Albert Shelley. From the Buffalo Bills, linebacker Cornelius Bennett. From the Chicago Bears and former Hurricane, quarterback Steve Walsh. Representing the Bengals, we have Tim McGee, the wide receiver. Former Dolphin, Lewis Oliver. Florida State graduate Corey Sawyer, and former UM Darrell Williams. From the Cleveland Browns, Gene Williams. From the Dallas Cowboys and former Hurricane Darren Smith. And from the Denver Broncos, we have wide receiver Anthony Miller and running back Reggie Rivers.
Wow. Thank you, Kerry. Let's keep the list going. From the Detroit Lions, former Hurricane Benny Blades. Benny. From the Detroit Lions, number 75, offensive tackle Lomas Brown. Number 81, also from South Florida, wide receiver Anthony Carter. Number 47, from the Detroit Lions, former Hurricane All-American cornerback Ryan McNeil. Another Hurricane wide receiver from the Detroit Lions, Brett Perriman. From the Lions, number 51, linebacker Broderick Thomas. Former Dolphin, number 76, now playing with the Green Bay Packers. Harry Galbraith, Harry. Former Hurricane middle linebacker, now playing with the Houston Oilers. Michael Barrow. Also from South Florida, kicking for the Indianapolis Colts, Dean Biasucci. All-pro outside linebacker from South Florida, Derek Thomas. And number 48 from the LA Raiders, Lionel Washington.
And the list keeps going on. From the Rams and former UN player Robert Bailey. Also from the Rams, running back Tim Lester and wide receiver Jesse Hester. From the Minnesota Vikings, Vance Glenn, Brad Johnson, Warren Moon, Fuad Rivez, and Sean Salisbury and Todd Scott.
Boy, you're quick on those, Carrie. We've got so many people that have either gone to school in South Florida or gone to high school, college, somewhere. Michael Timpson, also from South Florida, wide receiver from the New England Patriots. Number 81 from the Saints, Michael Haynes, wide receiver. Former Miami Dolphin. The guy who cheats on his handicap over in the islands just a little bit. Center from the Saints, Jeff Ulenake. From the Giants, number 61 guard, Lance Smith. Number 26 from the Giants, former Miami Dolphin safety Jarvis Williams. And from the Jets, former All-American from Florida State University, Marvin Jones. Number 21 from the Cardinals, former Miami Dolphin, better known as Higgy, Mark Higgs. You're a bad woman. Number 62 from the Philadelphia Eagles, Brian Baldinger, guard and tackle. Number 71 from the Eagles, Mike Shalinski, defensive end and tackle. Number 89 from the Pittsburgh Steelers, Ernie Mills. And from the Seahawks, former Hurricane, number 89, Brian Blakes. And from the Seahawks, number 96, the Cortez Kennedy.